and I'm pissing off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the motor city, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the motor city, everything ain't pretty but it's love though. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Spike Kool-Aid for Wednesday, September 27, 2023. We are heading to the matchup for first place between our Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Tomorrow night in Lambeau should be an exciting time. I'm excited. I wanted to go, but then my son got sick and it might have been a little tough trip. But what's up to everybody in the chat? What's going on? Win, Bonzilla, my man. Make sure you come to the watch party, big dog. We'll be there October 22nd. The link is not in this description, but it should be. You can either go to Detroit Lions or Lion Syndicate and check the description there, or you can search on Eventbrite like my wife did and find it that way. I know that's nasty, but hey, not like some water. Some water to start the show. What is up, Hunt? You, Braylon, Patty is in the building. Jordan, what's up? Welcome back. Kid Rapper, same to you, my friend. I see the profile pic. It's about time. Nate is in the building. What's up, Big Doubt? Big game tomorrow for sure. For sure. I will be at the next watch party. Hey, Bond, so I'm having some thoughts, bro. I don't know if I was talking to my wife about how I should stream. I don't know if I want to stream anymore because YouTube is playing games, but I don't know, man. They're getting on my nerve, bro. So I don't know if I maybe set up a camera somewhere and like stream it. I don't know, man. We'll see how we can do. What's up, Vocal Coyote, KD3, and David? What's up? Same to you, my friend. So everybody who came to the watch party, we're having another one. We're going to have one in November. We're going to have one in December. And we're going to have a playoff one. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to try to go to that game. But the funds, man. And I'm thinking YouTube is playing with my emotions with these streams, right? I wanted to go tomorrow. I could have went for probably $300 if you include gas, the ticket, and maybe a beer or two. But I would have had to drive 7 hours there, 7 hours back. I found a stadium, two stadiums that are right at the cusp of as far as I'm willing to drive. Number one, Soldier Field. That is, but we're supposed to be having a watch party that day. And the second one is Lucas Oil. Those two stadiums, man, the Cleveland Stadium, I think, is a wee bit further, but that might be in that realm too. So anything in Ohio, maybe Paycor. Paycor is not that far either. So Cincinnati, Cleveland, Chicago, and whichever one I said at first, the Lucas Oil. Those are the four that I could drive to. What's up, KD? Can't wait for the game. Keitho says we taking the North tomorrow. I'll be there. David, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Your girlfriend had me laughing too, by the way, man. Don't let the YouTube defeat you, brother. Keep the live streams. Patty, I'm trying to find a way around it. So I'm going to be live tomorrow for the game, of course, but I'm trying to dive into some analytical data and see if it's something I can fix to get back in this algorithm, man. But you know what we're going to do? We are going to, let's talk about this because I have this pulled up. So tomorrow, what we're going to do is Detroit Lions Weekly, which happens on Lions Syndicate. We're going to skip that for tomorrow, and we're going to have the tailgate. We're going to have the tailgate. I'm thinking kickoff is 8:15. We'll have the tailgate at 7 to 7:30. Then we'll get on at 7:45. Kickoff is 8:15, and we will have a post-game show probably from 11:15 to midnight, and then I have to immediately go to bed because I got school in the morning. But we're going to, so we'll skip that this week and have just a regular, since it's game week. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to do this now because that way I can kill two birds with one stone. We are going to talk about tomorrow's game. Okay, so I'm going to get my preview out. These videos, they never do well, man. I don't think anybody's preview videos do well, but it's some things I want to talk about as well. So I'll have you guys pull it up on the side here. If you decide to comment, let's talk about the segment. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, let me get some water first. Try to kill 3 or 4 birds with one stone. All right, let's do it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So the Detroit Lions face the Green Bay Packers at home tomorrow. I'm sorry, on the road tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big game. I said before that these are must-win games. 2 back-to-back must-win games. The Detroit Lions had a chance to beat a conference opponent at home. Okay, go up 2-1. The odds of making the playoffs at 2-1 are 54%. The odds of making the playoffs at 1-2 drop all the way down to 25%. And tomorrow, we have a chance to, for the first quarter of the season, take control of the North. The Minnesota Vikings, they got a chance to win against the Carolina Panthers, but the Carolina Panthers, man, Adam Thielen was balling. You got the revenge game, right? And then the Chicago Bears, I don't know who they play, but doesn't matter. They stink. They're absolutely terrible. I can't believe I had them anywhere on like a sneaky good team because they are not. And Justin Fields is not that good, but I've already said he reminds me of Lamar Jackson, just maybe a better thrower than Lamar. But yeah, I can't believe. Anyway, so tomorrow's a big game. Tomorrow's a big game. Now, Dan Campbell is 3-1 against the Green Bay Packers. 3-1. The first game we played them Monday night of 2021, we lost that game. Dan Campbell has not lost since. Swept them last year and beat them at the end of the season in 2021. Tomorrow's a big game. It's a big game. Okay, I thought somebody was at my door. So let's bring in the ESPN stats like we usually do. All right, so the Green Bay Packers, according to the ESPN game analytics, have a 45% chance to win this game to the Detroit Lions 53. So the Lions, outside of the Kansas City Chiefs game, the last 3, they've been favored to win on this graph, and they're also favored to win when it comes to the line as well. Jared Goff, 72 for 103 for 819 yards. He's got 5 TDs and 2 interceptions. He said during a post-game interview that this was probably one of the worst interceptions he's ever thrown in his career. He just missed on a pass, and that's something you don't want to see very often. Jordan Love, 51 for 96 for 655 yards with 7 touchdowns and 1 interception. That's because people can't seem to catch when it comes to Jordan Love and his interceptions. Through the dumbest pass I think I've seen, the dude was slipping. He was doing like the splits or something and decided to throw. That pass should have been picked off. So hopefully we get to see that tomorrow. David Montgomery, who is questionable, I think he's going to play. He said if it was up to him, he wouldn't have missed last week, but I think he's going to play. 37 carries for 141 yards with 2 touchdowns. Aaron Dillon, the human thigh master, man, 39 carries for 107 yards. Our leading receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 21 receptions, 275 yards with 1 touchdown. And Jay Reed, 9 receptions, 148 yards and 2 touchdowns. You want to go to a ticket to this game? Go ahead and knock yourself out. When we go and look at our injury report, I already have it pulled up here in a different tab. Let's look at that. Nope, it was here. So this is our injury report. CJ Gardner-Johnson, obviously IR, but these are the guys we're worried about here. David Montgomery will probably play. Vaitai, not so much. Taylor Decker will probably play as well. Emmanuel Mosley, this is the one here I'm not sure of. I'm not sure they're going to send him out there. It sounded like Dan Campbell was not going to do that, which in my opinion is weird because you didn't put him on IR to miss 4 games. But if he doesn't play tomorrow, he will miss 4 games. So maybe they thought he would be further along, but he's not. So I don't know. Hopefully we see him. But even if we do, will it matter? Because he won't be 100%, like have his feet under him. Okay, my mouse got stuck here. All right, let's go back. Kirby Joseph, this one too. Dan Campbell sounded like he wasn't going to play. Like he wasn't that sold on his ability. And he didn't play last week against the Atlanta Falcons, so it would be good to see him. Jonah Jackson, questionable. Dan Skipper, questionable. What in the world happened to Jason Kabenda? Not sure. Matt Nelson is actually going to be put on IR if he hasn't been put on IR up until this point. So he will not play tomorrow. Now, if we look at the status of the Green Bay Packers, got some big names over here. Aaron Jones didn't play. None of these guys, I don't think, played this past Sunday. They all could come back, but then again, they all could be out as well. These are big, man. These are big. So if we go to passing yards, the Detroit Lions have 384 yards per game to the Green Bay Packers 307 total yards. Passing yards, 273 for the Lions to 218 for the Green Bay Packers. Rushing yards, 111 for the Detroit Lions to 90 for the Green Bay Packers. Yards allowed, they allow more than us with 355 to our 323. Holding Atlanta to under 200 yards last week was huge toward that. Passing yards, we allow more than them at 251 and they're 219. And rush yards allowed, what a jump this was for the Detroit Lions. Last week, this was 89. We allowed less than 73 yards a game. That's fantastic, man. That reminds me of back in the day. I don't know if it was Jim Schwartz or what, when we had a stellar run defense, man. They allowed 50 plus yards more than us. And our last 5, we are 3-2 coming off a 1-win streak. And they are also 3-2 coming off a 1-win streak. So this is going to be a huge game for the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. What do we need to do to win this game? I'm not that worried about Jordan Love as I was Desmond Ridder as far as him scrambling outside of the pocket. We did a really good job containing him last week. The run, period. Aaron Jones being out, if he comes back, if he's out, great. If he comes back, how he had a hamstring issue. Do they want to bring him back? Right? They have 10 days rest after this. Do they want to bring him back? If he does come back, will he be 100%? Right? Christian Watson, their receiving core. We can't let their tight ends beat us, because what I've noticed the past couple of games, especially in that Minnesota game, man, the tight ends were eating. So we need to stop that from happening. You know who I am worried about, though? I'm worried about Jerry Jacobs. Jerry Jacobs on their number 1 receiver. Is Jair Alexander going to be back? So this is I'm not really worried about the game, though. I feel like the Detroit Lions have the Packers number. And if there's any time, this is how I feel. I feel like we beat them with the best quarterback they've seen in the last 20 years, right? Since Aaron Rodgers, since Brett Favre retired. I think we can beat this team. I'm supremely confident that we can beat them. The way that we've been able to handle the Green Bay Packers. Right? So we cannot, I'm worried about Jerry Jacobs. I'm worried about, is our defense going to regress and go back to week 2? So it's a lot of things we can do, but this video has gone on long enough. So what do I think happened? The Detroit Lions win this game and they take control of the NFC North. And when I say take control, I mean take control. The next team it's going to come down to the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. And this game is going to be big because I only think one team from the North, maybe two, depending on how Washington does in the NFC East, gets to the playoffs. And I think that that's going to be our team. So tomorrow's a big game. Got to get the W, get 10 days off. We come home to the Carolina Panthers, and this team is real. I mean, just Adam Thielen had a dog of a game. DJ Chark got himself a game as well. But we have a chance, man, for legitimate 4-1 heading into week 6. But we got to get this W. I think we do. Lions win this game, go to 3-1. The Packers drop to 2-2, and dominance is starting to shift in the NFC North. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. All right, what is up? Let me see the comments section. So I am a one-man show, so I got to take advantage of the time that I have. Let's go here, let's go there, and let's pop this out. Okay, let me see where I left off at. Big game tomorrow. Saw that. The best place to talk about the Detroit Lions is ESPN. FS1 don't like to talk about us. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Let me see where we at. If you have a watch party in November, I will be here going to Massachusetts in October. I see the Lions shutting them down, says the guy, 24-13. My way too early prediction, Lions win 28-10. Defense continues to cook, and Goff finds his rhythm. Denver versus Chicago. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God. Denver's going to win that game. Denver's going to win that game. They're going to be mad. They're going to take it out on Justin Fields. Bro, I was watching the Bears. Everything about their team is bad. There's nothing good on their team. There's nothing is good on their team. Their offensive line is terrible. Their defensive line is terrible. Justin Fields is terrible. Oh my God, bro. The Chicago Bears are bad. And I guarantee you that the Chicago brass, they're going to be thinking about a quarterback this year. There's no way. They took a chance. I'm starting to believe that the management for the Chicago Bears, they don't know what they're doing. They have no idea at all. Jones and Watson might be out for tomorrow. Yes, Patty, so check it. The injury report comes out at 4:00 today, I want to say. And if they're out, that's going to be big. But they might also be game time decisions. I think Taylor Decker come back. I think he comes back. Spoiler alert, Broncos and Bears tie at 3 apiece. How about at 0? Wouldn't that be something? If they are bad, bro. The Bears are bad. The Broncos just cannot get it. My Broncos guy think they're in a full-blown rebuild. Fields can throw. He got an arm. To me, he throws better. He throws a nicer ball to me than Lamar. But he is bad. I mean, what is he doing, bro? I really thought he was going to change the stigma of Ohio State quarterbacks, but I don't think so. Man, although I enjoy seeing the Bears and Panthers play like booty cheeks, I do not want to see the Bears get 2 top 5 picks. Yeah, and you know what they're going to do? Okay, we'll get off the Bears after this. I think the Bears take a quarterback. I think they are aware they made a mistake. Even if they wanted CJ Stroud, they made a mistake in keeping Justin Fields. They made a mistake. And if they don't wind up 5-12, 6-11, I think they get a quarterback. Or if Justin Fields doesn't play better, he's been playing like, I can't even say what he's been playing like. Yes, Chicago problems come from the top. The coaching over there is horrible. Absolutely. I feel bad for anyone who's going to watch the Bears game for fun. Coyote, I will not be watching that game. As a matter of fact, I don't think I want to see any games that they put in my area on Sunday. We can use Justin Fields on our practice squad. Bro, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, so let me see. Let me pull up some stuff about our Detroit Lions. Oh, my God. That's terrible. That's terrible. All right, so let me pull up some Detroit Lions stuff because I wanted to talk about it. There's a guy I want to talk about, but I have to find his information. All right, so just a little side note. We did sign Daryl Daniels from their practice squad. Oh, because Jason Kabinda is probably going to be out. So the tight end Daryl Daniels, who was on the practice squad, is going to be elevated to the 53-man roster, and he is going to probably take over for Jason Kabinda, who I told y'all shouldn't have been on his team. What a waste of a spot Jason Kabinda is. Yeah. Oh, I will say this, but I won't tell you who it was. I felt kind of honored yesterday, and we'll get to our Detroit Lions. But there was an individual who was related to a player who watched one of my videos and gave me some information about said player. That's all I'll say. And I didn't ask the person if I could relay that to you, but I thought it was kind of cool. They told me that family members watch videos too. And I was like, wow, it was cool, man. Kind of cool. 4 Lions got upgraded on the injury report. Okay, Farmer, is it out yet? I upgraded the one I just read, or like the one from the Detroit Lions Twitter, because usually they put it out. Caleb Williams did say if certain teams wanted him, he would stay in college for one more year. Okay, Keitho, who are those teams? Jerry Jacobs must show improvement tomorrow. He's not going to do that. He's not going to. If he's up against a number 1 or number 2 receiver, he's gotten smoked every game this year. Every single game. Emmanuel Mosley cannot come back fast enough. All right, so I want to see something here. Let me pull up something because I want to make a segment about this guy. If I can get 4 segments per show, then that would be great because that would carry me the day I make the show and then the next day, which is ideal. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you who the player was, but it did involve our team. And it involved the team this year. All right, let me see. Okay. Bears, I bet. Wait. Jacob better than Watson. Wait, what? Jerry better than Jerry Jeudy, you mean? Okay. All right, segment time. The Detroit Lions have a problem. See, one of the things that I love about YouTube is it's called YouTube. So anybody who's watching this video can literally make a channel and they can talk about whatever they want. That's the beauty of this platform. But instead of making videos, you're watching me, right? Which I love. Don't get me wrong. I would love to watch you as well on video, that is. But let's talk about a guy. And the reason I brought that up is because I'm going to tell you what I think we need. And I think we need a receiver. Chase Cota no longer plays for the Detroit Lions. He would have had to wait to week 6 or 7, the same week that Jameson Williams can come back. Speaking of Jameson Williams, we got to wait another 3 weeks before he can even practice. Will he be a factor? We don't know. But what we do know is we've got Sam Laporta, we've got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who I didn't even realize went over 100 yards in each of his games. Each of his 3 games. And I forgot to mention Jahmyr Gibbs in my other video. I might redo that video. But the Detroit Lions need a wide receiver. They do. Okay? Because we talk about it all the time. We've got Dylan Drummond on the practice squad. We have Antoine Green, who has been in, 1 or 2 games, but has done nothing for this team thus far, our 7th round pick. And there's another guy who has gone MIA. Is he still alive? Is there a pulse? Is there a heartbeat? His name is Marvin Jones Jr. Marvin Jones Jr. played phenomenal his 5 years in Detroit. He played great his 2 years in Jacksonville. And then he comes here, and I don't know what happened. Now, it's early, but is it, though? We're going on to game 4. Let me show you something. I want to show you something. Marvin Jones Jr. 33 years old. Was picked in the 5th round in 2012. So he's been in the league. This is his 10th season. He has 2 receptions for 8 yards. 2 receptions for 8 yards. He is a non-factor on our team. If we look at his stats in his long career, look at what he was doing for Detroit. Got here 930, 1100, 5, 7, 9. In Jacksonville had 8 and a solid 525. This is all we need from him. DJ Chark had 508 in like 11 games. This is where Marvin Jones Jr. is at. 2 catches, 8 yards. He's played in all 3 games, and he's had how many targets? 6. For a whopping 8 yards. I love Marvin Jones Jr. I do. It don't even bother me that he's 33. I'm 43. I probably could catch a couple passes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know in the National Football League, but he still got it. He showed that in Jacksonville, but where is it? Now, somebody mentioned in a previous show about the chemistry with Jared Goff. Do you think that it's the chemistry? Do you think it's his age? Do you think it's both? Do you think it's neither? What is the issue with Marvin Jones Jr.? I don't know, but I tell you this, it needs to be fixed or we need to sit him down. We probably won't. He made the roster. He was a guarantee to make the roster, but the NFL is a what have you done for me lately? Not for long, right? This guy is taking up a roster spot at this moment. Now, can it turn around? It can. In my opinion, it needs to. He could disappear once Jameson Williams comes back. He could disappear. Code in Alaska says, after the fumble, we haven't heard Marvin Jones' name at all. Chark was a non-factor also at the beginning, starting here. Yes, however, Chark was hurt. So I'll give him that. Chark was hurt. Chark is a few years younger than Marvin Jones, right? 27, 28, somewhere around there. ADHD says, yeah, Marvin has done absolutely nothing. When the Lions signed MJJ, I thought he'd be able to get 600 yards, but he's been surprisingly horrible. So let me ask you a question. So Braylon says chemistry. Fearless says he's old and washed. Some of those throws Goff threw him were crap. Okay, he's been targeted 6 times. And what about the fumble that he had? He has his long. Okay, let me go back. Since we putting this on Goff again, that's what we doing. His long in 20 thus far after 3 games that he's played all 3 is 5 yards. He has 1 fumble. 1 fumble. No touchdowns. If you look, his career, I mean, I don't think that he's old and washed. If you look at 2018, his last 3 years with the Detroit Lions, up, he went down. Right here was his worst year. He went up by 250 plus yards. He went up by another 200 yards here. His first 2 year in Jacksonville, he didn't lose that much production. Had almost the same amount of catches, the same amount of targets. I think this is the issue. Okay, but why are they not targeting Marvin Jones? See, even those horrible passes, Marvin Jones he wasn't even targeted at all in game 3. Unless he was, and that the one that was illegal contact in the end zone, that doesn't count as a target. Marvin Jones was not targeted at all last game. Let me pull up the chat again because I lost it. So can we go one show without putting everything on Jared Goff? Like I just got that one request. Really. That's not Jared Goff not targeting, but why is he not getting targets? Keto said he's had 1 fumble his whole career, and that was in game 1. Marvin Jones didn't really practice that much with his back injury, so maybe chemistry is an option with his play. I think we forget how good Jones was for a couple years ago. We just had better talent now, so Jones is getting buried with less targets. When Goff finds him on the deep route, y'all will love this dude. No. I didn't say I don't love him. I didn't say that, Ryan. What I'm saying is, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? That's my question. Why is he not being targeted? Is it because he's in the doghouse for something, or is it because he just don't got it? I don't think he don't have it. I think he does have it. I used to watch a lot of them Jacksonville Jaguar games, highlights and everything. Marvin Jones Jr. still got it. That's why we went to go get him. But how much of a factor will he be? Which leads me to how I started this segment saying we need a wide receiver. We need a wide receiver who's not on this team right now. Not a Dylan Drummond, not an Antoine Green. We need a wide receiver. It cannot be Josh Reynolds, Khalif Raymond, Laporta, Gibbs, and St. Brown with the may or may not Jamison Williams after week 7, right? Because let's be real, we don't know what we have in Jamison Williams. We know he's fast. That's all we have, right? Now, I will say this. On our team, the thing that is consistent about our receivers is they're reliable. They're reliable. Even going back to Tom Kennedy, they're reliable. Chase Cota, before he got hurt, reliable, right? We have reliable wide receivers. Is Marvin Jones someone, as the season progresses, that we can rely on? And I've told you this all the time. I'm ready to go beyond reliable. I'm ready for a threat. That's what I'm ready for. St. Brown is always going to be open, but he's not going to beat you deep. Laporta not really going to beat you deep, but unless you have the worst coverage I've ever seen. I mean, he put a double move on somebody, but should he have been that wide open? No. Will he be that wide open again? No. Usually if somebody's that wide open, there's a lapse somewhere, a defensive lapse, right? I want a guy that's going to be able to take you from the jump and run a route and get open. That's what I want. We're hoping we have that with Jamison Williams. Marvin Jones has never been that guy, but he's always gone up there and get it. But where is he at? So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you concerned at all about Marvin Jones? And should he is he on a milk carton or what? We got to get him in the game. I didn't say Goff wasn't a good QB. I've been one to say to resign him. You guys are funny. No, Keith, though, the thing is we're talking about, like, every time something bad happens with any other player, it comes back to Goff. So I don't think what you were saying was out of pocket. But from what I've seen, he wasn't even targeted in game 3. I don't even remember much about game 2, honestly, because I was doing the watch party. I would have to go back and watch it. But what I'm saying is, you said some of the balls that were thrown to him were horrible. And I'm like, I don't remember those. You know what I'm saying? So, and we just find a way to bring Goff into every conversation. You know what I mean? Like Laporta, or we're talking about Jahmyr Gibbs. And it's like, oh, but Goff, you know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. I've really been wanting to see what Green can do. Lions need a wide receiver. Derek, it's amazing to me how fickle this fan base is. Goff almost broke the stream for pass attempts without an interception, and people still want to throw hate his way. Same with Jacobs for having a bad half a game. Okay, Ryan. The Goff thing, yes, is true. It is true. That's very true. Jerry Jacobs, I can speak for myself. I've never ever been high on Jerry. I think because for me, y'all, and this is probably why I could never like meet players, because I'm gonna keep it separate, like who they are as people and who they are as players. Jerry Jacobs made some plays out there on Sunday, tackling people and all that stuff. He's very good at doing that. But as a coverage, a consistent coverage corner, he's not that good. He's not that good. And I'm not saying get the man to delete his social media. I'm just saying he's not that good. But his story is fantastic. That's like me, right? Let's say I started in my basement. I've got 14,000 subscribers on my other channel. This one is growing. I'm putting more effort into it. I got a couple other channels that are getting talked about, their teams and such. And all of a sudden, I work my way up to where people start noticing me, right? That's Jerry Jacobs. That's Chase Cota. That's an undrafted free agent. The story's fantastic. I mean, Danny Amendola was an undrafted free agent. James Harrison for the Pittsburgh Steelers was undrafted. And I mean, it's borderline Hall of Fame. He said he not, but you get my point, right? So the story is fantastic, but the skill, though, his coverage skills are not that good. I'm sorry. Marvin Jones is missing like Waldo. Well, maybe if you put on a red and white striped shirt, we can find him. Goff is him. He was pressured on 45% of his dropbacks. Okay. Hi, I'm me. We watched that video, didn't we? We watched that video together. I saw it, man. Dude stood in the pocket and let them hits. Leave Goff alone. Leave the Goff hate at the door, please. Jerry Jacobs has been getting cooked all year so far. He was better last year. Okay, I won't speak anymore on Jacobs. You know, I thought about Jacobs when I found out that people's family members watch our videos. Like, I was like, dang, you really hard on some guys. You know what I mean? Lack of pay. What's up, Rainbow Girl? Says he will always be a career backup, not starter material. Tony Romo. Hey, Derek. What's up, Tony? Says just wanted to say I always enjoy your content. Thank you. Well, thank you, sir. And I'm not saying he's blown coverage this year. He's been terrible, but had a few bad games, and the fan base is ready to throw them off. Yeah, Ryan, I agree. That's because they've been really, really bad games. He had a miserable game against DK Metcalf. I got it. He had a it wasn't great. He made some good plays, but it was still pretty much the same. It was Tracy Walker making plays. It was Brian Branch making plays. So yeah, I'm rooting for the guy. I want him to succeed. And anybody who plays for my team, I want to see successful because it means my team is successful. But I gotta call a spade a spade. I told y'all we was in trouble when I found out he was number 2. I told y'all that, man. He cannot handle. I mean, Cam Sutton is doing the best he can. They were picking on Jerry in the Seattle game. Roman, what's up? What's up, bro? I like to see what Gilmore. You know what, Rainbow Girl? That's what I'm saying. Put the dude in. Jacob seemed good when he wasn't our word. Look at Nick. Look at Nick, bro. Nick says Jacob seemed good when he wasn't our worst corner. Dang, that's a mic drop because that's facts. Last year, we had Jeffrey Okudah, Amani Awarie, Mike Hughes, and who else? I mean, Deshaun Elliott was a safety. Tracy Walker was hurt. So that's facts, bro. We are getting better. Gilmore is coming. Well, he need to hurry up. Yes. Oh, Ryan says, would I rather see Amani? No. So Jeff Okudah did play, but his name didn't get mentioned, which is a good thing. Facts, we massively upgraded in the secondary. Yeah, that's facts on facts. All right, let me see something because I wanted to see if there was injury report should be out. Okay, what time did we get on? I didn't start my timer. Dang, we've been on for 38 minutes already. Man, oh man, time really does fly. It really, hold on. Wait a minute, let me see something. Okay, it was a Colin Kaepernick. He just need to let it go. That's all I'll say about that. I'm not mad at his determination, though. Okay, let me see what this is. All right. What? Oh, my goodness. All right, let's do this, man. Y'all got anything in the comment section? Caleb says, hot take, Lions versus Packers in Detroit for the playoffs divisional. Well, for the playoffs divisional, like in the second round? Funny enough, Huggs and Okudah are both, wait, who? Who is Huggs, bro? Greg, can we give Jalen Reeves-Maybin a shout out? Absolute dog on special teams. Yes. And that's why he's back here. He's back here for his special teams. I think we knew that when he came back. I really want to see Gilmore in there. I mean, you can't get any worse than Jerry Jacobs. What's the deal with Mosley? That's a very good question, Nick. Very good question. You know what? Shout out to Nick for a segment because we need one. All right. The Lions signed Emmanuel Mosley in the free agent period of 2023, and we knew he was, we had to wait a little while because he suffered a knee injury last season. The Lions chose not to put him on IR, took up a roster spot for him, expecting that he was going to come back before week 5. Didn't go on IR, week 3. Dan Campbell does not seem like he's anywhere closer than he was really, honestly, at the start of the season. So my question is, will we see him facing Green Bay? I hope so. I mean, for a little bit. Now, here's the caveat as to why I don't know if he's going to play. If he doesn't play, my guess is that the Lions training staff thought he would be further along than he is, so they didn't put him on IR, which means that he could come back before 4 games. Dan Campbell said in his press conference yesterday that he was moving in the right direction, but they can't practice. They don't practice this week. They had like a walkthrough. They leave for Green Bay today. So essentially, it's like their practice was the game against the Atlanta Falcons. That was their practice. If Mosley comes in, he will be on an extremely limited snap count, in my opinion. Probably one of those JMO snap counts. I'm talking about 10 plays or less, right? But was not putting Emmanuel Mosley on IR the right move? Now, somebody said that if you can put people on IR multiple times in the year. I didn't know that. I thought you had one opportunity. They could go on for 4 games, and then when they came back, you had to either shelve them for the year or bring them to the active 53-man roster. So if Emmanuel Mosley is not ready for game 5, should the Detroit Lions put him on IR? That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Mosley sounds like he's sitting again this week. Ryan, he does. If you listen to Dan Campbell, he does seem like that. Nick says, why didn't they put him on IR? Maybe he had a setback. That's a good question. It's going to be a low-scoring game, in my opinion. Monty plays Mosley next. It didn't matter much. It didn't matter much if he went to IR, if not, to be honest. Well, Sam, yes, it did. Because you're talking about a roster spot that we could have opened. We might as well had brought Gilmore up or something. Or, I don't know, get somebody. Because anybody is better than Jerry Jacobs has been playing this year. Even if he plays 10 to 20 snaps, he can still help shut down Watson. Jerry will be getting cooked. Okay, Eduardo, good point. But let me ask you this, and this is for the chat in the comment section. What percentage of an Emmanuel Mosley do we need to legitimately cover a Christian Watson if he plays? Right? Because let's say Sutton is on receiver number 1. Emmanuel Mosley is on receiver number 2. Who is their receiver number 2? Dobbs? Is it Dobbs? Who's number 1? Who's number 2 over there? So Romeo Dobbs versus Christian Watson. It's going to be a long day for Jerry Jacobs. That's just facts. I'm wondering if they are going to have Brian Branch help him out or something. I mean, this is when C.J. Gardner-Johnson would come in the clutch. Tracy Walker back there headhunting. I think he's going to need some help. Okay. Nate says 85%. Sup, Larry? Braylon says 78. Braylon says 80. Maybe Brian Branch can play corner. Okay, 80. He almost has more fumbles than catches. Who would that be? Watson is receiver 1, but Sutton will be on Dobbs, who's the number 2. Okay. Wait. So who is on Christian Watson if he plays? Tell me we're not putting Jerry Jacobs on Christian Watson. That is a suicide mission. Are we serious? And you know what? Just to go back to Jerry Jacobs for 1 second, I seem to recall some games last year that he was not looking that great. Put Branch at corner. Okay, Romy, give me a second, man. Okay, so it's good. Okay, I'll talk. Let me see if I can pin that. All right, I'll pin that so I can come back to it. It would be Jerry. He's been on the number one most of the year. Okay, Sam says, is Kirby playing the way Dan Campbell made it sound? No. That's the way he made it sound. But that was yesterday. And I don't know how much 2 days is going to make a difference. Like, oh, we'll see tomorrow. I don't know. So to me, no. So after a player put on IR, they have to sit 4 games. Then they have a 4-week window to return to the active roster, Nick. That's what it is. Thank you, sir. I'm like, you can't be put on IR infinite times. That's right. That's right. They have a 21 days, Nick. They have a 21-day window. That's right. It's 3 weeks. Mufasa says, I'm nervous about us getting caught a ton of pass interference in the game. Packers have benefited from the most pass interference yards this year. I did see one against the Saints. I think it was number 1 for the Saints. I forgot his name. And it was a bomb and it was like 60-some yards, man. So that will be Jerry Jacobs. The Dern in the building. What's up, man? Cam Sutton on Watson. Yes, put iffy on him. Cam definitely should be on the number 1. Okay, so you're the Lions coach right now. What are you doing? Who are you putting on Watson if he plays? Who are you putting on Dobbs if he plays? Jerry Jacobs is a Emmanuel Mosley. Does he play tomorrow? I'm going to say no. I don't know. And this whole 4-week thing was a waste. Now, I got a theory, man. If he doesn't play tomorrow, or even if he does, because don't forget, DJ Chark played and then went on IR, right? So Emmanuel Mosley could very well wind up on IR in week 5, just like DJ Chark did. Went out, and when he came back, we would still have 11 games, right? He would miss 4, 5, 6, 7. So we would have 10 games when he came back. Lucas. I forgot about Chase Lucas. Okay. So are y'all saying that we put Brian Branch on number 2? That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. I know y'all been saying it, and I know he's versatile. Do we put Brian Branch on number 2? Or do we go with, and then that means Melifonwu and Tracy Walker are starting? Nate says no. Okay, could it be any worse? Could it be any worse than Jerry Jacobs being on anyone? Jerry Jacobs. Y'all remember that episode of Family Guy where somebody's graduating and they call these names and then they say anyone. And then Peter Griffin walks across the stage. Do we feel comfortable putting Jerry Jacobs on anyone? My answer is no. I love the guy. Story's amazing. But Emmanuel Mosley needs to come back. Jerry Jacobs is a liability. I'm sorry. That's like me having somebody on my team who, I don't know. He has no personality. He can't speak. He can't read or whatever the situation. No, Jerry Jacobs is a liability. Keep Branch where he is. Jerry lost a step. CJ did it, and that's who they mostly compared him to. If Dobbs lines up outside, put Sutton on him. If he lines up on the slot, put Branch. So that means that every single play, that every single time Watson, okay, for the sake of Jerry Jacobs, we need Watson not to play because that means he got to worry about Dobbs, and then whoever their number 3 is, okay, fine, Jerry Jacobs, go ahead, bro. Go ahead, do your thing, get a couple PIs, make a couple big plays, make a couple tackles. So our best hope is for Christian Watson not to play. No. What I'm saying is if I had somebody on my YouTube team who couldn't, when I said who couldn't speak, I mean like not everybody can do this. Not everybody has the personality. That's not, no. Jerry Jacobs probably, I don't know, but I'm sure he can read. I'm sure he can. I know I heard some of it the other day about Maurice Claret or something like that, like couldn't read. It's crazy. That's crazy. But no, that's not what I was saying. Okay, Dylan says Chase Lucas. Okay, who would you rather see out of the three? Gilmore, Lucas, or Jerry Jacobs? But we haven't heard anything about Gilmore getting caught up yet. Trade for Pat Peterson. Roman, I'm going to say no, bro. Okay, let's go back to your grid. This might be a hot take. I don't think that's a hot take, bro. I don't think that's a hot take at all. Yeah, about Reynolds, about Bam being better than Reynolds. Okay, Nate says, I think with our scheme, the corners don't travel that much with top receivers. I don't know, because I would have to go back and watch, because it seems like Cam does. Okay, but Cam was on Tyler Lockett, right? And then, oh my God, they had Jerry Jacobs on DK Metcalf. You ever seen The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? I know a lot of people hate that movie. I thought it was pretty good. I actually enjoyed it. It made Sean Connery retire from acting, right? But there's a scene in it where you got Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and he has this potion. So then this other guy, the bad guy, comes in and he guzzles all the whole jar of potion. He turns into this giant version of Dr. Jekyll or whatever, Mr. Hyde, right? To me, Jerry Jacobs was Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and DK Metcalf was the monster dude. That is a mismatch from the beginning, and he was destroying him. We got to hope that Jerry Jacobs, that Christian Watson don't play. Is Gilmore hurt? No. Watson has not been medically cleared as of yesterday. What's going on with Lucas and Gilmore? I trust them more than Jacobs. Tony, Lucas was elevated to the active roster last week. Gilmore, I think, is still on the practice squad. And Cam should have been on DK. That's what I would think. I mean, I don't know. But I got a question for y'all. Who would you rather have, Devontae Adams or Mike Evans? Ooh. Oh, he on the active roster? I'll put that to y'all. Who would you rather have? You know what? Let's make that a segment. Let me pull up. This will be our last segment. That'll be 4 segments, right? That's a great question. Hey, you get the question, air horn. You and Nick get the question, air horn, bro. That's for Nick's question earlier. Evans is the cheaper option. Yes. So somebody in the chat brought up today, and I think this is fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. We got to kind of tread the line of fiction versus reality, right? So try to have an open mind on what we're about to talk about. And I know what the reality version is going to say, but I want you to go to fiction a little bit as well. Okay. Open up your fandom and let's have a decent conversation. And then we can come to a conclusion at the end. That's a tough one. That's a tough one, bro. Who would you rather have? Mike Evans, who is the reality of a situation, or Devontae Adams, who is the fiction part of it? Now, let's say that they were equal. Who would you, just based on pure talent and ability, who would you want? All right, so let's see what we doing here. Nick says Adams is better, but Evans is more realistic. Is Adams on a 1-year contract? He is not. Wynn says Evans. Evans is the cheaper option. If I had a poll, I would put it up. Like if I had a producer, I would put it up. How many people we have in the chat right now? I might put up a poll. Okay, Rob, I'll come to you after this segment. Adam does not fit the team. Okay. Evans is the real option. Adams knows, and Giants are the divisional. Adams is a dog. You messed me up, Nate. Mike Evans, Evans. Okay. Okay. Because of that, I got to put up a poll. I have to put up a poll. All right. I'm just going to put, because I had to do something, Adams, because I want to know what y'all say. How many people in the chat? Adams, Evans. All right. Okay. So we're going to go with the official poll at the end of this segment. Now, I will give you my opinion. So right now, very early, we have 14 votes, 16 votes. And now we got, 19 votes. Always going back and forth in real time. All 47, 53, 19 votes, 20 votes, 21. It's going neck and neck. It is going neck and neck. 23 votes. All right, we'll come back to that in a second. It looks like we have a winner thus far. All right. So in fantasy world, I know I made a video about him the other day. I'm a little concerned about Davante Adams' attitude when he gets unhappy. We got St. Brown, who is right now our number one. We got Jameson Williams, who's kind of maybe shaping up to be a diva. Do we have room for a second diva? We know St. Brown is not a diva. He's not at all. Talent-wise, Davante Adams all day. However, like has been mentioned in the chat section, contract, when you come back to reality, like Eminem said, when you snap back to reality, you look at the reality, and the reality is Mike Evans. He fits this team better. He's a team player. He's also the more affordable option. I don't remember what his cap hit is, but he is on the last year of his deal, whereas Davante Adams has a $54 million cap hit. I think he's making over $20 million this year. He has a no trade clause in his contract, which means he has to waive it to get traded. And if I'm not mistaken, the Raiders are still on the hook for some capital to the Green Bay Packers. So I love Mike Evans. I do. They're around the same age. As a matter of fact, Davante Adams is older than Mike Evans. But pure talent, I got to take Davante. But that's no knock on Mike Evans. He's also up there. If I could, it would be like Davante Adams A, because I tell you what, man, 2 years ago, I would have given any part of my body for Davante Adams. That he's just that good. He's just that good. Mike Evans ain't no scrub now either, though. So let me see as we close up the segment, what does the poll say? After 38 votes, it is 37% for Davante Adams and 64 now for Mike Evans. So I think Mike Evans is the clear winner. I think the reality, Lions fans, sometimes we drift into fantasy, but the reality would be Mike Evans. So for me, reality, Mike Evans. Fantasy, Davante Adams, but you're in a win-win situation with either one. Let me know what you think down below. Oh, that was fun. Okay, Robert, if you're still here, says, when's the next watch party at Uno's? Was in Arizona for my mom's 87th birthday last week. Well, congratulations to Mom. Glad you had a safe travel. It is going to be October 22nd, week 7, when we play the Baltimore Ravens. On the road. That was fun, y'all. I need a producer for real, because I need to be able to go to have stuff. That's one thing. What's up, Jizz? What's going on, bro? Jizz, bro. If you got that I found the guy you were talking about that was talking about live streaming. If you have like a video, bro, let me know. Let me know before we get off. Like if there's, I don't mind if I have to fast forward. I just want to know. A timestamp would be great, but if you can direct me in a live stream or a video, I wouldn't find them, but I couldn't see like a specific video. Robert, the tickets are on sale, man. If you want to know, you can either search them on eventbrite.com. You just search Detroit Lions or something. You probably see me, or you can look in my description, which I'll probably put over here as well on Lion Syndicate. It's in the description. My son was born the day before opening day, so I skipped the watch party, hoping to make. Really, bro? Congratulations, man. Congratulations. My son will be 14 next year, early next year. Yeah, me and my wife are fans, and we like to pop up. Hey, bro. Hey, holla at your boy, man. Let's go. Let's go. They want to do it every month. The more the merrier, man. The link is, you know what? Let me do this. I'll pull this link up. Let me pull this link up. And then how long we been on? Oh, we got to get off. Dang, time went fast. Time went fast. Not the best episode, kind of sloppy. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this up for everybody that want to know. We sold two tickets thus far. I got to switch channels. Let me go here. Hey, Nate, man, it'd be nice, bro. If you and your wife could come, maybe I can get y'all a hotel deal or something. That'd be cool, bro. I mean, you brought the kiddo as well. Okay, let me see. To either one, we'll be having one for the playoffs too, because I don't know if I'm able to afford that ticket. I'm trying to, maybe I can make me some friends in high places. Maybe get a suite. I don't know. I would never be in a suite. Can't high five people in the suite. Okay, Lions Syndicate. And I think my YouTube channel was safe, y'all. They tried to take it from your boy. They tried to take it, man. Okay. All right, let me pull up this. I got to click on my latest video. Got to make sure you can't hear it. You can't. Then I'll pause it. Let me go in the description. Click on that. And then I'll open this up. Control C. Okay. That'd be cool, bro. Oh, wait a minute. You know that's the 19th, bro. That's like 3 days from Thanksgiving. So I don't know. We haven't won in December, and also probably the playoffs in January. Son's birth over watch party. You need to get your priorities order. Oh, man. When are we trading for Brian Burns? Yeah. Yes, I am thinking about the Dallas game. You mean to go to, Aaron? Yes. Yeah. Because YouTube is playing games with my streams, man. I'm going to pin this comment. All right. So everybody who watched up to this point, the pinned comment right now is for the live stream watch party that will be happening the 22nd of October. All right. We are on the road against the Baltimore Ravens. We've got 2 different tickets you can buy. You can buy the regular ticket for $17, and then you can also add on a add-on of it's like $11 for 3 beers or something like that. So yeah, but you don't have to. It's an option to add it on. We might have to meet up in Dallas or something, bro. Nate, that's if the funds can line up exactly. I would have to fly. I think I got that down, because here's the plan, bro. I want to go to priority. Dallas, New Orleans, and US Bank. That's where I want to go. It would have to be probably, but Dallas and US Bank are back to back, so that's going to be tough. And New Orleans, I want to see the Caesar Dome. So those are all, but if I had to put it in priority, I would say Dallas, because I want to see AT&T, and I really want to kick their butts. I want to kick their butts. Then it would be New Orleans and then US Bank. Derek, you have to look into memberships. So here's the deal. I can turn them on both Lion Syndicate and this channel, but I want to be able to live up to my membership, like to my members. I don't want to be promising you things I can't give you, so I haven't turned them on yet. But my goal was to turn them on the start of the season. That didn't happen. I'll look into it in the off season. I really want to be able to deliver on my promises. So they are coming, but probably not until the off season. We're probably going to have a draft meetup as well, because the draft will be in Michigan this year coming up. And I'm going to talk to Unos to see if we can have a pre-draft party, maybe Wednesday night, and we have a pre-draft party and then figure out what we're going to do for the draft. Dallas in the winter is better than Minnesota in the winter. Okay. but I got to fly to either one because US Bank is 10. Bro, it's like driving to Kansas City just around Lake Michigan. So I'm like, oh my God. Around Lake Michigan, and then, yeah, because Green Bay is 7 hours, and then I think Minnesota is another 3. Yep. So anyway, y'all, we will know. Nate, yeah, bro. I after Kansas City, bro, like I think that's it. If my wife went or something, maybe, but by myself, man, no way. Like my limit is Lucas Oil, Soldier Field, Paycor, and Soldier Field, Paycor, Lucas Oil, and it's one more. I said it at the beginning of the show. That's as far as I can go. If Cards beat the Cowgirls, we can definitely beat them. Speaking of that, I wanted to talk about this yesterday. We'll get off after this. But what is this? I've heard my fair share of cadences when it comes to the NFL. You got Turbo Set. I didn't really hear Turbo Set until Stafford started doing it with the Rams. Aaron Rodgers did the green 18, right? Or green 19, whatever it was. That was his thing. But what is the Dallas Cowboys? Have you heard it? Have you heard it? What is this? Here we go. What is that? I don't know what it is. Dak Prescott is the only one that does it. It is so annoying. Here we go. I'm like, what is this? What is this? Patrick's is white 80. Ugh, I hate the white 80. White 80. I can't stand that one either. But green 19 is Aaron Rodgers. That's all I hear. Ugh. But what is that though? Lions just signed, yes, he is going to potentially be the new fullback because Jason Kabinda is banged up. Yes, so Mufasa, that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to talk to Unos about, probably it'll be like a game this month or in October, a game in November, a game in December, playoff game, which I'm going to try to go to first. But if I can't afford it, then we'll do a watch party. And then after that, the next time we do something will probably be a pre-draft. I'll talk to them about like the day before the draft and stuff like that. You're a good man for that, Derek. For what? What did I do? Like hearing painting with the Omaha? Yeah, I'd rather hear Omaha than here we go. I mean, go watch the Dallas Cowboys highlights. Watch them from week 2. Because week 2, you could really hear them because they were at home. Watch them from week 2, and it's like, what is this? What is this? Follow you, cuz you have heart, bro, lifelong. Hey, thank you, Robert. Can't wait to destroy Dak. Yes. Anyway, I got to go. Got stuff to do. I got to run a Target and get some Drano because my tub and sink are clogging. And I got to make videos for the other channel. But I appreciate you. Check out the link. Let's get them tickets rolling, man. And I will see y'all next time. Go Lions. Tomorrow we're going to be on. And as far as this song is concerned, they take a cut. But tomorrow we'll be on Lion Syndicate all day. So take care of yourself and each other and go Lions, baby. 3-1 tomorrow. Peace.
Hello, good morning. Horns is blowing and I'm pissing off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the day, you don't know about the streets. Cause when you're in the Motor City, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the day, you don't know about the streets. Cause when you're in the Motor City, everything ain't pretty but it's love though. Next time when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time when they ask you where you from, you You gon' say Detroit City when we get back on the feet. Yeah.